What's up everyone and welcome back to the channel. Get ready, because today we're going on a truly heartwarming journey together. This spring, we decided to go out and see just how much good we could do, and what we captured on camera is absolutely incredible. We're not just giving away cars or $1 million today, but something just as valuable: pure, unfiltered kindness. These moments are going to restore your faith in humanity, I promise you that. Be inspired, settle in, and get ready. Alright, for our first challenge we went to this massive grocery store. We set up our hidden cameras and waited for the first person to come through. It was an elderly woman with a cart full of essentials, and just as she reached for her purse, I walked up and said, "Don't worry about it, I've got this for you." Her eyes filled with tears and she gave me the biggest hug. We stayed there for hours, paying for family after family. Single moms, college students, hardworking dads. By the end of the day, we had paid for the groceries of over 100 different people. The ripple effect was insane. Next up, we bought out an entire flower shop. Thousands of roses, tulips, daisies, you name it, we bought it. Our mission was to head to a busy city park on a beautiful spring day and just give them all away for free. I walked up and said, "Excuse me, this is for you," and handed her a beautiful bouquet of sunflowers. People saw us giving flowers away and realized we weren't selling anything. A small crowd started to form, and the vibe shifted to pure joy. One elderly man told us he hadn't received a flower in over 30 years. He held it like treasure. It mattered. By the time we gave away the last flower, the park had been transformed into a sea of vibrant colors and happy faces. We bought thousands of colorful sticky notes and wrote simple anonymous messages. "You are doing great. Your smile is contagious. You matter." Our goal: leave an uplifting message on every car in a massive parking garage. We split into teams, started at the top, and worked our way down like kindness ninjas. The first person came back tired, saw a note, thought it was a ticket, then read it, and their posture changed. People would read the notes, smile, take photos, and wonder who did it. Kindness can be anonymous and still powerful. This cost almost nothing, but the emotional payoff was immeasurable. There is nothing more important than education. We contacted a local elementary school and the principal said, "Books." We went to a bookstore and bought, well, everything. We filled an entire truck with over 10,000 brand new books. While the kids were in the auditorium, our team quietly unloaded box after box and set up a full book fair in the gym. The doors opened, and the moment they saw the mountains of books, the room erupted in pure, unfiltered joy. Teachers were shocked to tears. One little boy told me he'd never had a brand new book before. He was so proud. This wasn't just giving books, it was investing in their future. Filling their school with books was one of the most fulfilling things we have ever done. Spring cleaning isn't just for houses. We felt our community needed a boost, so we decided to throw a massive, completely free car wash. The goal was simple: serve our neighbors and spread some joy. At first, cars drove by, suspicious of the free sign. Then a beat-up minivan pulled in. The driver asked, "How much is it really?" When we told her it was 100% free, the relief on her face was everything. She was so grateful. Our volunteers immediately scrubbed and rinsed. As word spread, a line started to form. We cranked up some music and soon it felt like a block party with music and laughter. It became a beautiful sense of community. Neighbors who had never spoken before were introducing themselves, exchanging stories while their kids played together on the pavement nearby. By the end of the day, we were exhausted and soaked, but our hearts were full. We had washed hundreds of cars, but more importantly, we helped bring a neighborhood together. You don't need a lot of money to make a difference. Sometimes all it takes is a little bit of time, some soap, towels, and a willingness to show up for your neighbors. Kindness is free after all. For this next chapter, we wanted to do something for the most vulnerable members of our community. We bought thousands of dollars worth of essential supplies, focusing on comfort and dignity with socks, toothbrushes, toothpaste, soap, snacks, water, and warm blankets. We spent an evening packing everything into individual care packages, hundreds of care kits ready for outreach. We didn't just hand out bags and leave. We stopped, sat down, and had real conversations. Our goal was to offer dignity and genuine human connection to show people they are seen and heard. He told us most people walk by and pretend he doesn't exist. Just being seen meant the world to him. We also brought hot soup, a simple gesture that offered immediate warmth. Sharing a meal breaks down barriers and builds community in a way nothing else can. We also connected people with shelters and services. A young woman we met had lost her job. We gave hope and practical next steps. It wasn't flashy, but it felt like the most important work we did. sharing compassion and reminding our neighbors they are not alone, one conversation at a time. Delivery drivers are some of the hardest working people out there, always on the move, battling traffic, bad weather, and tight schedules. We plan to order food and surprise drivers with massive tips, hundreds, even $1,000 tips. The first driver, a college student working 2 jobs, arrived on time. He took the pizza, then we handed him a stack of cash, a $1,000 tip. He was speechless and then broke down. We did this all day from different restaurants and apps. Every reaction was shock, tears, disbelief, then joy. One tip would pay for college tuition, another would pay for braces, another would help replace a broken-down car, life-changing. Their hard work is often invisible. Today we made sure they felt seen and rewarded in a big way. Sometimes the simplest ideas are the best ones. We set up a classic lemonade stand, but with a twist. Everything was 100% free. Coolers full of ice-cold lemonade, trays of cookies, music playing, bubbles floating. We wanted to create a welcoming space to connect. At first people asked, "How much?" And then their faces lit up. "It's free!" Construction workers on break, moms with strollers, teenagers, business people. The stand became a neighborhood melting pot. People stayed to chat, strangers introduced themselves, kids played, a small oasis of happiness in the city. It was simple, inexpensive, and full of heart. Sometimes all you need is lemons, sugar, and a desire to connect. Libraries are amazing community hubs, but for some people, overdue fines can become a barrier. We asked the main city library how much was owed in overdue fines. It added up to several $1,000s. We wrote a check for the entire amount and wiped the slate clean for every single patron. A mom who came to return very overdue books was told, "You don't have a fine, someone paid them all." Her relief was immediate. Wiping out those debts removed a barrier of shame and stress and reopened doors to knowledge for so many. The librarian said it was the busiest day they'd had in years, a simple act with a profound effect. For our final act, we organized a massive community cleanup. We posted flyers, went door to door, and posted on social media inviting everyone. We provided everything: trash bags, gloves, litter grabbers, paint, brushes, plus coffee and donuts to fuel the day. Slowly at first, then all at once people started arriving: families, seniors, teens, local business owners. We split into teams for litter, graffiti, and planting. The transformation was astounding, messy to clean, walls repainted into colorful murals, flower beds planted. Residents came out to thank us. It wasn't just cleaner, it felt different. Pride returned to the neighborhood. We didn't just clean up the neighborhood, we helped ignite a community. And that's a wrap on our spring of kindness. What started as a simple idea blossomed into a movement. From paying for groceries to cleaning up a neighborhood, we saw how powerful a single act of compassion can be. We showed how small acts add up to create a massive wave of good. Surprise groceries, flowers, secret notes, thousands of books, free car washes, care packages, huge tips, lemonade, paid fines, and a big community cleanup. Each one a story, each one a connection. Now the challenge and the joy goes to you. You don't need a huge budget. It can be as simple as paying for the coffee behind you, leaving an uplifting note, or offering a genuine smile. These small gestures build stronger communities. Let's keep this movement going. Share your own stories of kindness in the comments. What have you given or received? Your story could be the inspiration someone else needs. Let's fill this section with positivity. If you like this video, make sure to subscribe so you don't miss what we do next. Remember, you have the power to change someone's day. Even the smallest act of kindness can make the biggest difference. The only question is, what will you do? Thank you for being part of this journey. See you next time.